Hi, and welcome back to Nails Next Top Nail Artist Season 9. This is challenge number 7 already, and I can't wait to show you what I created. The theme this week was Mediterranean Dream, and one of my dreams is to travel to the Mediterranean and have a nice dinner overlooking the ocean and take in all of the sights and the architecture and everything like that. So I hope you enjoyed what I created. The first thing that comes to my mind when I think Mediterranean is the beautiful cliffs with all of the little white houses and buildings built into the side of it overlooking the ocean. Koopa's Artfinity 3-in-1 3D dipping and ombre powder is super pigmented and perfect for this challenge. So taking Climbing Tree and Retired Pirate, we are just going to dab it along our outline here to start making the cliffs. These 3D sculptures are being made on a laminated piece of paper. It makes it really easy to peel it off and then add it to wherever you are going to add it on your nails whenever you are finished. Green Fairy 3-in-1 powder was used for the grassy hills, and then just some white to add some more dimension. Next, taking some white C&D retention sculpting powder, we are just going to make the little buildings coming off of the side. Drawing out your ideas first makes it a lot easier to create your 3D sculpture. We are going back in with Climbing Tree because it is the perfect ready brown for the roof, and then Retired Pirate is going to make these beautiful arches. Our next 3D piece is going to be a date night table. So we drew out some shapes already on the laminated piece of paper, so we have to fill that in with the white C&D retention powder, and then we are just going to add little bits of texture to these because it's going to be a tablecloth look. Using C&D's brand new limoncello color from C&D Shellac's Mediterranean Dream collection, we are going to paint the tablecloth this color. After that is fully cured with a matte top coat, we are going to take some white acrylic again and attach these pieces together. I chose to do white acrylic because if any of it leaks out, we can just touch it up with the limoncello color after and it's going to look the same. Once our first 3D piece was dry, we went back in with different variations of boats and bikinis from the new Mediterranean collection and just drew on little details to make that really look like a house and a village. To add some more pieces to my table, I took some saran wrap and then used Plexi Gel Builder to make a little bowl. So I used my C&D Shellac bottle as a mold and then fully cured it and popped it off to make the cute little bowl. Terracotta Dreams from the new collection is the perfect color to give this a clay-like look and make it really look Mediterranean. And then Artesian Bazaar was used with a liner brush to make some nice little swirls on here to give it a really cool pattern. To keep a cohesive color palette, Artesian Bazaar was used again to fill in the bowl. We can't just leave this bowl empty, so we're going to take some white C&D retention powder and make sure it's not too wet because we want to make a nice little ball. These are going to become little lemons. Once the main circle is done, add another little circle on top to give it a lemon shape. Once your 3D lemons are dry, we're going to paint them with a brighter yellow. Before we cure it, we are going to add some bubbles on there and then cure it while the bubbles are still on it to give it a nice bumpy texture like a real lemon. Next, we're going to make a wine glass. So taking a pointier art brush, I put it on the inside corner of a Ziploc bag and then used my C&D builder again and cured it to make that perfect champagne wine glass look. And I inserted a nail with a base on it to give it the wine glass look and then covered it in Bellini by C&D. For these nails, we are going to create a perfect sunset as a background to our little city. To make this look, I used a whole bunch of colors from C&D Shellac. I used Wildfire, Beach Escape, Bordeaux Babe, Honey Darlin', just any colors that would make a beautiful sunset. Mixing them together on your palette first helps them blend well together, and then we are just going to tap them on with our CND gel brush. Adding some Artesian Bazaar gives it a little more depth, and then adding a little bit of white helps put some highlights in it and make it look like an actual sunset. For these two nails, we're going to do an ocean theme. Using the same dabbing technique before with our CND gel brush, we are going to use a bunch of blue colors such as Pop-Up Pool Party, Boats and Bikinis, and Chance Taker, as well as some cream puff, and just kind of dabbing it all on to give it a nice ocean look. Adding some olive grove from the new collection really just made everything pop. The last thing we're going to do is paint some mosaic tiles. So to start, I painted the background with Linen Luxury from the new collection. Those lines are just marks from a pencil, so you can make sure that your tiles are roughly about the same shape. It makes it easier to visualize, and they erase very easily, so it's an easy little trick to make sure that your tiles are about the same size. While researching mosaic tiles from the Mediterranean, I saw a lot of blues and whites and orange and yellow, so I decided to go with a simpler blue and yellow theme for these nails, and I think that they turned out beautifully. Make sure to cure after you're done with each color to make sure that they don't bleed together and everything stays in place. And here are the finished Mediterranean mosaic tiles. And here is everything all put together. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed these.